So, good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So, before we start our class this morning, who can volunteer to lead the prayer? Okay, so Mr. Rosero, please lead the prayer.
Let us pray. In the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. Don't bring us to the test, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Okay, so thank you. So before you before you take your seats, class, please pick up some of pieces of paper and arrange your chairs. Okay, so thank you. Please be seated. So, how are you today, class?
We're doing well, ma'am.
Okay, so it's nice to hear that. So, class monitor, please check the attendance and submit it for those who are not around after our class conclusion. So, now class, who can recall or who can recapitulate our previous discussion? Okay, so Mr. Rosero.
We discussed about verb, ma'am.
Okay, so what is verb? Okay, so Mr. Barangay.
Ma'am.
Okay, so Mr. Rosero again.
Again, verb is a word that modified action, ma'am.
Okay, so very good. So, now, identify the verb in the sentence. Okay, Mr. Rosero again.
So, the verb in the sentence is the...
So, okay, so what is verb? Okay, Mr. Rosero again.
Ma'am, verb is a words that modify action, ma'am.
So, okay, very good. So, who can give me a sentence with a verb?
Divina,
Okay, Mr. Barangay, please stand up.
Divina baked a cake for her birthday.
So now, identify the verb in the sentence. Okay, Mr.
I think the
Sayahan.
verb in the sentence is the word bake, ma'am.
Oh, excellent. So, another hand can give me another sentence consists with verb.
Ma'am,
Okay, Mr.
I
Amado.
think Kimi played guitar.
Okay, where is the verb in your sentence? Okay, Mr. Barangay.
The word play, ma'am.
Okay, so outstanding. It seems that you really understood our previous discussion. So now, let's move on. But before that, what should a student do during our discussion? So, class, please kindly read our objectives.
At the end of the lesson, students are expected to give their insight and answer in the activities. Read the story titled Flowers for Algernon by Daniel and relate it to the real life situation. Discuss the function and use of modal verbs and use it in a sentence. Identify the appropriate modals to be applied in the sentence and explore modals in the role play that express ability.
Okay, so class, I will expect those from you, class. Please read also. So outstanding. It seems that you really understood our previous discussion. So now let's move on. So, but before that, what should the student do during our discussion? So, class, please read the classroom rules.
Dream big,
Dream, bro.
be kind,
Be kind.
maintain discipline, believe in yourself, learn from your mistakes.
Okay, so I will expect that from you, class. So, please read also our objective for today.
At the end of the lesson, students are expected to give and participate in the activity titled Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Case and relate it to the real life situation. Discuss the function and use of modals, verb, and use it in a sentence. Identify the appropriate modals to apply in the sentence and explore modals and role express ability.
Okay, so thank you, class. Before we proceed to our new lessons, let us have first an activity. And this activity is called Tumpakers. So, are you excited, class?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes.
So, in this activity, you will be grouped into three. Please count 1 to 3.
1.
2.
So, okay, class. So, group 1, you will be a group matalino. So, you need to occupy the right side, and group 2, you will be a group mabait and occupy the middle seats. And also the group 3, you will be the group matulungin, and you are going to occupy the left sides. So, listen carefully. So, for this activity, class, each group should have 5 representative. So, from a 3 straight vertical line, and I will read the category, and all you have to do is to tap the bell and state your answers. So, the first one, who tap the bell will be given the chance to answer. But if it's wrong, then the other group can still. The who can answer many times will be the winner. So, we are clear, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now, I have a picture here. So, all you need to do, you need to know who is the scientist. Only also now, class, I will show you the 3 pictures, and you need to guess, or you need to identify the 3 pictures about the scientist. So now, who discovered the gravity? Mr. Rosero.
I think that is Isaac Newton.
Okay, so very good. Do you have any idea about Isaac Newton?
No, ma'am.
So, okay, very good. So, do you have any idea about Isaac Newton?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so please stand, Mr. Rosero.
Ma'am, he is Isaac Newton. He was created with discovering gravity. He formulated the law of universal gravitation in the late 7th century.
Okay, so thank you. So, another question. So, who coined theory of evolution? So, you need to guess this one.
I think he is Charles Darwin.
Okay, so very good. Do you have any idea about Charles Darwin?
Charles Darwin, known for coining the theory of evolution through his work on the original species published in 1859.
Okay, so thank you. So another 3 questions. So, who invented our telephone? Mr. Barangay. You need to guess this picture. Who invented telephone?
Alexander Graham Bell, ma'am.
Okay, that's right. So, anyone have idea about Graham Bell? Graham.
Ma'am,
Okay, so Mr. Amado.
he was created with inventing the telephone. He received the patent for the invention in 1876.
Okay, so very good. So, congratulations to the group Matalino. They got a perfect point. So let's have a clap job. So you need to do as very good, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. So please stand. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Okay, so now class, before going to our lessons, let's have our read the story first, and I will assign you in the reading group. So this is the group Matalino, and you will read a slide to be followed by group Masipag for the blue sides, and then the group Matulungin for the green slide. Then all of that you will read the black slide. So I have here um so now class, I have a reading materials here, and then I will be distributed to you so that you have a reading, you have a guide. So now, Team Matalino, you're the one to read the red slide.
So,
Okay.
Flowers of Algernon. Charlie Gordon, 30 years old, 32 years old, demonstrate an IQ of 68. His uncle has arranged for him to hold a menial job of bakery, not a factory, so that he will have to live at the Warren State Home and Training School, a state institution designing to improve himself. Charlie attended reading and writing classes taught by Miss Alice Kanyan at a Beekman College Center for Retired Adults. Two researchers, Beekman, Professor Nemor, and Dr. Strauss, are looking for human test subject and want to try a new surgical technique intended to increase intelligence. They have already performed a surgery on a mouse named Algernon, resulting in a dramatic improvement in his mental performance. Based on Alice's recommendation and his motivation to improve, Nemir and Strauss chose Charlie over smarter pupils to undergo the procedure.
So, okay. Thank you, Team Matalino. So, the second one is Team Masipag. You are the one to read the blue slide.
So, we are the group 2. The operation is successful and Charlie IQ reaches 185 within the next 3 months. At the same time, he begins recalling his childhood and remembers that his mother Rose physically abused him and wastes money and fake treatment for physically abused him. Young sister Norma resented him as a Charlie intelligence, education, and understanding of the world increased. His relationship within people deteriorate. His co-worker at a bakery who used to amuse himself as the expense. Now, fair and recent him embraced intelligent and pursued his boss to fire him. Alice enters a relationship with Charlie but breaks up with him after realizes that she can no longer relate to him and claims that his intelligence has changed his personality. Later, Charlie loses trust in Strauss and particularly Muir, believing that they consider him a laboratory convention in Chicago. Charlie feels humiliated when he treated like experiment and flees with Algernon in retaliation.
Okay, so thank you, Team Masipag. So, the third slide is Team Matulungin. So, you are the one to read the green slide.
We are group 3. After moving to Manhattan with Algernon, Charlie becomes involved in a relation with Faye Lillman, his neighbor, which feels loneliness. After an incident with a disabled busboy, Charlie becomes inspired to continue to improve no more and Strauss experiment.
Behind Nemor and Strauss' procedure that indicates he might lose his intelligence and possibly regress back to his previous state. Before that happens, Charlie publishes his finding as the Algernon-Gordon effect as Algernon dies.
So, all of you class, please read the black slide.
As Charles begins to regress to his former mental state, he finds closure with his family. Rose, who still lives in the family old home in Brooklyn, has developed dementia and recognizes him only briefly. His father, Matt, who broke off contact with the family years earlier, does not recognize him at all. He is only able to reconnect Norma, who declines to stay with them. Charlie begins dating Alice again, but his frustration with declining intelligence eventually causes him to end his relationship with her, and Dr. Strauss, unable to bear the thought of being dependent and pitied by his friend and co-workers. He decides knows about the operation. In a final postscript to his writing, he is request that someone put flowers on Algernon graves in the backyard of Charlie former residence.
Okay, so thank you so much for your answer, class. Now I have here lines taken from the story. So please read the sentence. Okay, so now that you are done reading the story, so I want you to find a comfortable space to move. So I will play a music, and all you have to do is to dance while you pass this ball. So the one that can hold the ball is um uh, so the one that can hold the ball as I turn off the music, so will be the one who will transfer the question. So I am Claire, class.
Yes, ma'am.
So everybody please stand and please the music. So okay, so thank you. So who are the characters in the story?
Because since the ball is here, I think the character in the story are Charles Gordon, Alice Kenyan, Professor Harold Nemor, and Dr. Strauss, Bert Selden, Algernon, Phil Lillman, Ross Gordon, Matt Gordon, Norma Gordon, and Uncle Herman.
Okay, so why does Miss Kenyan wonder if she did the right thing in recommending Charlie for the operation? Okay,
Because
Miss.
sis wasn't sure if the result of the test would harm Charlie.
Okay, so that's great. So another answer, Mr. Barangay.
She knows how much intelligence means to Charlie, so she doesn't want to see him be disappointed or put in danger.
Okay, so why does Charlie decided to live at the Warren State Home and Training School towards the end of the story? Okay, so Mr. Amado again.
Charlie decided to live at the Warren State Home in training school because he can no longer bear thought of being dependent, pitied and humiliated by friends and co-workers as he regressed to his former mental state.
Okay, so if you are Charlie, so uh, how would you go back to the Warren State and Training School and why? So okay, so if you are Charlie, how will you go back to the Warren State and Training School and why?
To me, it's a yes, ma'am, because I want to have independence and become free as a normal individual.
Okay, so thank you so much for your answer, class. Now I have here lines taken from the story. So please read the sentences.
Thank you so much, class, for your answers. And now I have here lines taken from the story. So the first line, he would not have to live at Warren State Home. Then the second sentence, he can do himself. So now let us focus on sentence number 1. The sentence number 1 again, he would not have to live at the Warren State Home. So what is our subject here?
I think it's he, ma'am. He.
Okay, exactly. Very good. Let's give a hand to Mr. So what is the function of the word he in the sentence?
The word he is the subject of the sentence, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So what is our verb in the sentence?
Do, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Exactly. So looking at the sentence, did the action happen right away or it happened in the future?
The word can, ma'am.
The word can, it happened in the future or it happened in the present?
Ma'am, I think it is all type of word that happen in the future.
Okay, exactly. That's right. Then the word suggests the action happen right away. So it must be done in the future. Is the word would correspond to an action or not?
Ma'am, I think it is also a type of verb that takes place before the main verb.
Okay, very good. So, since this is an action, so what do you think will happen if I remove the word would in the sentence?
It's modal, ma'am.
So, since this is an action, so what do you think will happen if I remove the word would in the sentence?
No, it's just plain text, ma'am.
Yes, exactly. That's right. So, so again, what is the function of the word would in the sentence? So, again, what is the function of the word would in the sentence? Students, what do you think?
There is possibility that the action happens in the future, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So now let's proceed to our topic, which is modal verbs. So, modal verbs are a special kind of helping verb. A modal verb helps the main verb express the mood of the subject, and at the same time, it can indicate possibility, persuasion, ability, willingness, and etc. So, here are the example of modal verbs. Example, can, could, will, would, may, might, must, and should. Okay. First is a modal verbs used in permission. Um, we have here can, could, and may. So for an example, for the word can I borrow your pen? So in this sentence, so we can see someone is asking a permission to borrow a pen. Then in the second sentence, could I use your computer for a moment? So it is also asking a permission to use a computer. Then last, may I have a moment of your time? So it's also asking for a permission to take someone's time. So did you get it, class?
Yes, ma'am.
So for the second of modal verbs used in possibility. So we have also here can, might, and could. For example, for the word can, um, he can call you this evening. So in this sentence, we can see that there is a possibility that he can call you this evening. For the second sentence, might, it might rain later, so bring an umbrella. So it is giving an possibility to um, that it might rain later, so you must bring umbrella. Then last, could. She could arrive at any moment. So this also shows possibility that he can arrive at any moment. Then also we have modal verbs for ability. Can, could, and may also. We will use also these kinds of modal verbs. Example, I can speak 3 languages. So in this sentence, we can see that this person, he or she can speak languages. So he or she has the ability to speak 3 languages. The next, could. When I was younger, I could run very fast. So it is also showing that he could run very fast, but in this sentence, it was happened in the past. Then last is may. With enough practice, anyone may learn to play a musical instrument. So it is also showing a ability to anyone may learn a music instrument. So did you get it, class? Did you understand any
Yes,
clarification
ma'am.
questions?
Nothing.
Okay, very good. So now, class, since you already understand our discussion, can someone help? Can someone give me an example of a sentence that consists of modal verbs? Okay, Mr. Amado.
Um, he, here is the example, ma'am. He might come to the party if his schedule allows.
So, how about a sentence that under permission?
She can solve complex mathematical problems. I could swim when I was a child, ma'am.
Yes, very good. So, any other head to give me a sentence under ability. Yes, very good. So any other hand can give me an example under the ability. Yes, Mr.
I could swim when I was a child, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So, good job, students. So, since that you really understood our discussion, now I prepared a short activity, and I want you to get a 1/4 sheet of paper and write your name on it and also your sections. Then, now listen. I will dictate the sentences, and all you have to do is listen and identify what type of modal verb are used in the sentences.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
For number 1, can I take a day off next week? Again, can I take a day off next week? Number 2, may I bring a friend to the event? Number 3, it might snow in the mountains during winter. Number 4, she could win the competition if she practices more. Number 5, I can play guitar. Number 6, and this is last number, he could lift heavy weights when he was younger. So, thank you so much, class, for your answers. And now, let's have a review to our discussion. So, what is modal verbs?
Ma'am,
Okay, yes.
it refers to a category of verb that express modality. It is also known as auxiliary verb that are used to modify the main verb in a sentence. They convey possibility, affirmation, ability, and more.
Excellent. So, can you give me at least three example of modal verbs?
Impossibility, ma'am, it can be rain letters.
So, very good. So, can you give me an example, at least three modal verbs? Okay, yes, you.
Ma'am, can, may, and might.
Okay, very good. And also, can you give me an sentences that using can under possibility, permission, and ability? Okay, you.
It can rain letters, so bring an umbrella.
How about the permission?
Again.
Yes.
Can I use your laptop for a moment?
Okay, very good. How about the ability?
She can speak Spanish fluently.
Excellent. So it seems that you really understood our discussion, no? Let's have another activity, and I provided here answer sheets. So choose an appropriate modal and fill in the blank. So I will give you 5 minutes to finish this task. Understand?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Very good. Thank you so much, class, for your participation in this activity. So, again, with your group, I want you to make a short dialogue using our related to our topic. So, the situation is that you will assume that you are going to represent your invention because recently we tackled this three inventors. Choose at least 3 representatives to present your invention, and make sure that you will use a model effectively. You will be graded based on this rubric. So here's our rubrics for this activity. Use of modal verbs 50%, concept 30%, presentation 20%. So I will give you 5 minutes to prepare here in our mini stage, and the winner. Okay, congratulations to everyone. You did really great in this afternoon. So I will announce to you the winner for this activity. So our winner is Group Masipag. So let us give them a bongga clap. Saan ang bongga clap? So let's give a fireworks clap for Team Masipag.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yay! So let's do the recap again. What is modal verb?
Ma'am.
Okay, yes, you.
It refers to a category of verb that express modality. It is also known as auxiliary verb that are used to modify the main verb in a sentence. They convey possibility, permission, ability, and more.
Okay, very good. You really listen well. So give me an example of a modal verbs. Okay.
I'm late at I can take you home. May I request a song?
Okay, good job, students, and thank you so much for listening. So for your assignment, please watch X Machina film written and directed by Alex Garland. So all you have to do is to write a reflection about the movie Indicate Modal Verbs in explaining your insight. And I already uploaded it in our GCR, so you must visit your GCR.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So I have a quote here, and I want you all to understand the message of the quote, and after that, share your ideas and or experiences about the quote. So I will be the one who will pick a name. Here is the quote: "Life is the grand experiment, and each day presents us with the new variables." Variables. So again, life is the grand experiment, and each day presents us with new variables. So what is your opinion about this quote? Okay, yes, Mr.
The quote suggests that the life is like an experiment. It means dealing with the challenges, staying curious, and learning from unexpected situations. It's like exploring in science where surprises often teach us the most.
Yes, very good. That's right. How about another hand? Who can give their ideas? Okay, yes, you.
The quote suggests that life is like an experiment. It means dealing with challenge, staying curious, and learning from unexpected situations. It's like exploring in science, where surprise often teach us the most.
Okay, yes, that's right. The quote suggests that life is like an experiment. So it means dealing with challenges, with problems, staying curious, and learning from unexpected situations. So it's like life is like exploring in science, where surprises often teach us the most. So let us read again our objectives, and let us see if we meet this objective. So everyone, ready, please read.
At the
The
end
end
of
of the
lesson,
lesson, students are expected to give their insights and answers in the activities. Read the story entitled Flowers of Algernon by Juliet and relate it to real-life situation. Discuss the function and use of modal verbs and use it in sentence. Identify the appropriate modals to be supplied in sentence and explore modals and role play that express ability.
So did we achieve this class? Do you think?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any clarifications,
None, ma'am.
questions? Okay, if none, let's call it a day. And always remember to make your parents proud. Goodbye, class.
Goodbye, ma'am.